Hi guys, it's Rocko here and welcome back to the channel. Today's Crypto AMA, we've got a very special AI project, KOLZ. If you're interested in crypto AI, give this AMA a listen guys. You'll learn a lot about how AI works in crypto. AI is one of the biggest narratives in cryptocurrency. If you're looking to learn more about AI, which AI projects to invest, maybe even buy some calls after listening to these spaces. If you have any questions guys, drop me a DM on Twitter, comment below. Every like and subscribe really helps the channel out. Every Sunday guys, I'm trying to bring a new project to you guys where, you know, hopefully one of these projects does a 10x 100x and in the next bull run, and it just makes your, you know, makes all the money that you want, and that's the goal of this. So bringing you amazing projects, and next week we've got another project coming up. And I also, as usual, talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and Luna Classic, which is close to my heart. If you enjoy this spaces, guys, do hit that like button and subscribe. Any questions, comment below. If you want to support me even more, go buy some Juris and also go bet on Terra Casino. So thank you very much. Enjoy the spaces, and I'll speak to you guys later. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our weekly Crypto Gems AMA. We've got our regular co-host Juris, co-host / a regular guest Rexy, and we've also got KOLZ. They're the special guest for today. Plans as usual guys, we'll start off talking about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, Luna Classic, and then like last week we had Terraport on. We'll do a bit of an interview, ask some question about KOLZ, and then open it up to you guys to ask questions as well. So Juris, how you doing? Let me bring up KOLZ whilst you talk. How's your week been, Juris?
Pretty good, Rocko, pretty good. How have you been?
Not too good, mate. I aped into the Argentina coin, and I got a rug by Javier Milei. So I'll touch on that later.
Oh yeah, I saw that tweet. To be honest, I thought it's a little bit of bait, but if you really lost a lot, man, I'm sorry. It's unbelievable that yeah, you wouldn't think that dogs people would do this, right? Unthinkable.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I checked. So I saw the Central African Republic launch a coin, and I missed the opportunity to buy. I saw it, I think after 10 minutes it was launched, and I didn't buy, and it did like a 3-4x, then it dumped. And Argentina is one of like the most pro crypto countries, right? They actually use crypto. So I was like, oh, this is going to work. I'm going to buy in. I'm a massive Argentina Messi football fan. So I was like, I need to buy it. And yeah, I think I bought it. It did a 2x and it just kept dumping. And he deleted the tweets. I've not even checked the charts. It was like,
how could that happen? I mean, the guy was doxxed, wasn't he? And the team was KYC'd.
Yeah, I mean, I can bring up the tweet. I retweeted it. He gave like a bullshit reason that he trusted someone and he didn't know too much with what's happening. He's doing an investigation now to find out. There's also a venture capital that supported it, came out with another 5-minute video, didn't say much, but no, it's not looking good. Right, Rexy, how you doing?
I'm doing better than you by the sounds of it. I've not even heard of this. So, yeah, that's interesting. KYC don't stop rugging. There we go. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Tina.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I look forward to hearing a bit more about that later on this evening. Been really busy been really busy here all week. Lots of collabing with people in the community, which is great, and looking forward to this space.
Cool, thank you for coming. Right, KOLZ, Claire, who's going next?
Hey, I can go next. I'm Claire, I'm the project lead for KOLZ. I can tell you a little bit about KOLZ to start, and then we can go into more details later. KOLZ is bringing 24/7 access to the top crypto minds through AI-powered digital replicas of key opinion leaders, like Trader Rocko, for example. So yeah, we can talk a little bit more about it later. And then we also have our KOL lead, Rosie, here.
Hi, Rosie.
Hi, everyone. Hi. I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Claire. I I'm actually joined from my personal account and also like KOLZ account, so to have visibility for both. And yeah, I'm happy to chat here and discuss all the topics that we're planning to discuss.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for coming on, guys. If you guys have been following myself or the KOLZ account, actually, I'll tag this tweet on the spaces so you can check it out. You can either talk to Trader Rocko AI, ask him questions about Luna Classic or Juris or USTC. There's been a few videos that's been made as well, and they're also partnered up with bigger KOLs like Mario. So we'll do a bit of a deep dive on KOLZ for half an hour later on. We'll follow the usual procedure, and every week, guys, we plan to bring on some crypto gems similar to this. Again, I'm invested in them, so please do your own research. But I'm happy to share more about KOLZ as we go on. Right, so I'll start the spaces, so talking about Bitcoin and crypto a little bit, and then we'll come to Luna Classic. Bitcoin, not much to say. It is just consolidating. It is a bit annoying to see stock market breaking out into new all-time highs, gold breaking out, and Bitcoin sort of not doing anything. But yeah, it's been quite weak, the market. Not too much to say. All attention has been with meme coins. On Solana with Javier Milei, which I'll probably talk a little bit more later. CZ's been trying to push BNB meme season. And some people are not happy with it because, BNB is looked at as more of a serious chain. But CZ has been shilling meme coins. He said that he was going to talk about a dog. I was talking to LL69 that we need to try and buy CZ's dog when he announces it. He shared a picture, a story of his dog Broccoli. Lots of people lost money because he didn't share a contract, CA, so people were just aping into different coins. And yeah, it's been like trenches real bad in the Binance chain. One good thing, I guess, has been for Binance, the volume's been crazy. If you look at the chart for on-chain activity, Binance had the biggest gain of any chain, way more than Solana. So I guess that's something for us to learn on. We could potentially, try and do more meme coin stuff on Luna Classic. I know there's already been few. Rocko did it really well, and that's how sort of Juris came. We started off as a meme coin. Good to see a few other ones as well. Cookie, Cat with Hat. Hopefully we can get a few more. So that's sort of my thoughts on Bitcoin. Not too much to say. As long as we hold above 90k, hold below sort of 9900k, it's just very, very choppy market. We're in the range from February, end of January. We've just been ranging between this 96 to 100. So I'd avoid trading Bitcoin. Look for good projects to buy in. Again, I'm shilling my bags, Link, Juris, KOLZ, and all this stuff. But do your research. The other thing I want to touch on that I'm doing is like DeFi stuff. So if you guys remember 2-3 years ago, I used to do it on Luna, also on like Uniswap, OhmDAO, like providing liquidity. So I've started doing that. I don't want to just keep getting rugged on Soul memes. So I've made a YouTube video, start talking about it. And also this will lead on quite well to when Juris is launched. When Juris is launched, a big marketing would be, making DeFi videos of, how to make $100 a day. Those were quite popular on my channel. So I've started creating DeFi content, and I'm actually moving some money. You don't get massive rewards like meme coins 2-3x in or Juris 10x or KOLZ. They got higher potential, higher risk, but you can, even with stablecoin USDC, USDT, you could get 18-20% APR, APYs, and if you compound as well, maybe a bit more, depending on how much fees, how much trading going on the pools that you're providing liquidity to. So that's sort of what I've been looking at this week. I'll come on to Javier Milei, but let's go around the room. Juris, have you just been focused on Juris, or have you been looking at other stuff as well this week?
This week, I was also busy looking into Lunc governance. Had some chat with Rexy about it today. There is this current proposal signaling to burn the LFG funds. And there's, I think, chain upgrade proposal as well. I still need to look into it. But the interesting one, I think, is the LFG one. So, yeah, controversial. Right now, we vote yes. I don't know. I've been made aware that there might be some concerns burning the assets. I'm still leaning towards yes, we should still do it, but I also have to take care of the project and like see if it's worth potential risk. So yeah, I've been busy with that at the moment, and like some bug fixing. It's not really bugs, but there are some issues with the mobile wallet connect in the Juris dashboard. And since the code base is going to be used for the final product as well, like the front-end code base, but at least some of it, like the wallet connect part and stuff, there is like stuff that needs to be fixed. So we had meetings about it, or like chats, voice chats. And the main issue seems to be that Terra Classic is a little bit of yeah, since there was not a lot of building going on, like obviously like a couple of people are building and stuff, but there's new products and libraries are updating, and then sometimes it's a little bit hard to explain. Sometimes things just doesn't work with each other, you know, then there's bugs when you attempt to do stuff. So with Mobile Wallet Connect, we still have some issues and we're working on it. So I've also been busy with that stuff. But other than that, everything is going fine. So that was my focus.
Okay, thank you for that. Rexy, your thoughts on Bitcoin, crypto market in general this week?
Yeah, it's kind of leveling out a bit, isn't it? It's, I'm not too sure where it's going to go. I mean, if you look at the amount of major institutions that seem to be adopting Bitcoin and, you know, announcing ETFs and this kind of thing, you kind of feel that we're on the verge of, let's say, mass institutional kind of adoption. I'd kind of think that would make you kind of bullish about Bitcoin. But I don't know, the markets are a bit kind of stale, aren't they? Whether it's because they're a little bit unsure what Trump's going to do, and, you know, with politics with Ukraine and things like this. I know Europe's really worried about, you know, America appearing to nearly want to leave NATO. I know they've not said that, but you know, there's talks about Europe creating its own kind of army and things like this. So that's got to make people worry. Yeah, so I don't know where things will go with that, but hopefully it's all positive. But I guess, you know, time will tell. In terms of, you know, Terra Classic kind of governance and stuff, yeah, I was having a chat with Lunatic 69 earlier on today. Yeah, we're, in terms of Terra Vita, we're kind of taking a bit more of a lower risk kind of approach to it. We're not seeing sufficient evidence to say that these funds are outside the jurisdiction of the court, and the last thing I'd want is to bring unwanted attention to Terra Classic. From my point of view, no potential benefit. I know if you burn a lot of USTC, if there is a plan to repeg it, that might make it easier, but there is no plan at the minute, or not a workable one that's been tested. So I'd say there's no kind of rush. And if the court turns around and says, yeah, you know, get them all kind of burnt, or the keys, you know, burnt, or whatever it is, terminology they want to use, well, then we can just cross that bridge then and kind of get rid of it. But, you know, I don't believe in rocking the boat if you don't need to. In terms of other things within Terra Classic, been doing a bit to try to sort of collab with other people this week, as we normally do. So I've been reaching out to Lunc Scan and also Terrascope about getting a tracker protocol on Terra Classic, because that's something that's causing us problems in terms of getting Terraport and the coins on Terraport listed on CMC. Like I say, you've got to work together. In terms of the casino, we're trying to get USTC in the casino. I know you might. It's a really interesting one, this is, and it would be actually an eye-opener. But was, you know, kind of talking to the devs and said, you know, there's maybe some out there that would like to see USTC within the casino. Maybe we should, you know, support them. And the question I got back was, USTC, wasn't that coin that got rugged? Is it still about? Does anybody actually use it? And that was their view. And you're thinking, crikey, you know, this is a real big player in the crypto world, and they don't even know that USTC is actually still exists or is used. So from a marketing point of view, I think as a chain, we need to do a bit of work there. You know, you can't know everything about everything, but it's a bit of an indication, isn't it? So if USTC gets in the casino, that'll lead to kind of burns for it as well. And I suppose you'll soon see the casino at the top of that kind of burn list. Also, there's going to be a deposit bonus put in the casino as well. So on your first initial deposit, you can earn up to 360% of whatever your initial bonus is. So that'll be absolutely fantastic. And something else with the casino, they've struck a deal with a major streaming platform, which could give massive exposure to casino and therefore the chain, and hopefully that'll bring extra investment to projects on Terra Classic as well. So, fingers crossed for all that.
Thanks, Rexy. A couple of things to just pick up is the burn for USTC. That's one of the concerns I had as well. Everyone wants to support it, but they're, I guess, a bit concerned on the legal implications of it. So that's understandable. But from my point of view, seeing presidents, prime ministers of countries rugging projects, and we are worried about this, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking about it in a more simple investor that just wants to see progress and have these funds burned. But I understand the legal implications of that, and I respect however way Juris or Terra Civita votes. That's the first thing I picked up. And the second thing you mentioned, people don't know that Luna Classic is still building. And I find that, speaking to Claire and Rosie, they've shown interest in Luna Classic, but they're also not sure. They obviously know about Luna. Everyone in crypto knows about it, but what we're doing, they don't know about it. So whenever I speak to projects, they're like, "Oh, is Luna Classic still building?" And bringing other guests on like this spaces, the casino partnering up with big marketing companies that could help more people find out what Luna Classic is building. And I think that's something that we should all try and do. One other thing is I forgot to mention, we're doing $100 giveaway during the spaces. So thanks to KOLZ, we're doing a giveaway. So if you guys are interested, if you like and retweet the pinned tweet at the end of the spaces, Claire will pick someone from a listener and we'll do $100 giveaway. So I forgot to mention that earlier. Okay, so that's sort of the crypto bit done. Luna Classic, we touched on the USTC burn. Also, USTC staking is coming next Tuesday. I've got BLV Labs who put the proposal up. We'll be doing a spaces with them. So if you guys have any questions on USTC staking, that is quite exciting because we've got the burn happening, or potentially the burn happening. This morning I saw it was passing. And if we have staking and then with utility, Juris, you'll be able to borrow, lend against it. That gives USTC another utility. And, if we want Luna Classic to be top, people to know about us again, we need to do something with USTC. So yeah, that's another thing I wanted to mention for Luna Classic. In terms of the governance, I'll maybe ask Juris or Rexy talk about it. I know I've seen Rexy in some groups chatting. So maybe they can add a bit more light. But that is all I have followed this week for Luna Classic. Anything you want to add, LL?
No, I think I said my part and how I feel about it. So I have to think about it. Like, this is a signaling prop, so it doesn't have really anything to say. But for the actual burn prop, I don't know when it's going to be live, right? So if it's maybe after the if the court case has been further and there's like if it's clear that the funds 100% needs to be burned and there is no way anybody should have access to them afterwards, and there's like no way to overturn the court result, then I think it would be safe to burn. And before that, I think, currently I think the status quo is that they should be burned, but it's like not 100%, I think, until the court case is over. So I don't know if you want to burn them before the court case is over. I don't know if we can vote yes on it, and if it's going to be abstain or whatever. Like, I have to think about it, but in general, I support burning. And I'm a little bit like you, Rocko. I wish I could just vote yes, but also have to think about jurors. Maybe I even have to ask a lawyer or something, like attorney, to see whether there are applications.
Yes, understood. That's the issue that we have on Luna Classic. That's why I like to just build on L2. You have a lot more flexibility of what you want to do. Whenever there's L2 involved, there's legal, especially with Do Kwon and the TFL case, there's always a legal issue that worries people. Okay, Rexy, if you could comment on this as well, and then also the governance proposal discussions with Unicorn and Ed. I've seen you comment in some telegrams.
Yeah, thank you. It's interesting, isn't it? It's I think a big problem that, well, it's a problem, but it's also an opportunity within crypto, is that it's an evolving area of law. There isn't a lot of case law to do with crypto because we haven't been around for that long. So I guess you've got to apply other principles of law to the situations we're in. And I know this case that we're talking about is in the US, but if it was in the UK, there's guidance to the from the government to say that basically crypto are assets, and if the chain wants to in effect burn the assets that it isn't clear belong to them, then I suppose that leaves you open and maybe vulnerable to some kind of legal action. And my understanding is that the court is in control of these assets. And if the court's in control of them and then we burn them, then in effect, we're burning assets that we shouldn't be entitled to burn as yet, although it might turn out that we can. And then, of course, you're kind of putting the flag up to the court and, you know, regulators in the US and other places to say, look, here we are. We don't give a hoot about what you think. And I don't think that's really what we want to do to, you know, legal entities, really. I'd kind of take the view that, you know, let's sit back here and be quiet and let them do their work. And then when they're finished and they turn around and they decide that they don't want anything to do with these assets, then, you know, then we can burn them and it's not going to cause any problems. But, you know, if we burn them and it turns out that we can't, I mean, certainly I suspect that validators that are traceable, like all nodes, Juris, and various ones out there that have got companies behind them, well, then you can soon track them people. And, you know, if you want to make a kind of point about it, make an example of it, then, you know, you can, you know, maybe prosecute them. I don't know, it's difficult. So from our point of view, from Terra Vita, just as LL69 said, you know, this is a signalling proposal, so it's not kind of binding in terms of burning anything. So we kind of chose to abstain. Now, to be fair, abstaining contributes to quorum. So therefore, you could say that, well, you're sitting back and you're kind of just allowing it to happen, which maybe is a bit of connivance and neglect, if you like. But because it's just a signalling proposal, I thought by putting our rationale up in terms of the vote, it would draw attention to why we're a little bit uneasy about it. But certainly as things stand at the minute, if it went to a vote to actually burn it, we'd vote against it because I'm just not comfortable enough about it. But, you know, it could be that, you know, in a few months' time, if the vote comes up and the court's decided that these assets can be burnt, that's a, you know, that we're in a different position then. So, you know, we'll have to see. It's all to do with risk, isn't it? And I don't think the risk of burning it in terms of the gains really benefits. We did some massive burns, didn't we, just a few months ago, and it made zero difference to the price. So just for the sake of lowering the figures, is it really worth it at this time? You know, but there we go. Everyone's got to make their own mind up.
Marco just replied to me saying, Rocko said, President's rug in, why can't we just burn, worrying about legal issues? But yeah, don't sue me, guys, if you burn it. Say Rocko got to burn it. Right, okay. That's the...
I guess the thing is with this president's coin that you're talking about, or whatever it is, if it's his assets that he's kind of dumping, if you like, then that's his assets. But if you used to burn somebody else's assets, that's a different situation, isn't it? You know, so we kind of need to compare apples with apples, I think, don't we, when we're, you know, looking at legal precedents.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, because it's still in the court document, so I can see the potential legal issue if we burn it when it's meant to be with the courts. Oh, sorry. Apologies if you got unmuted, you should be unmuted again. Okay, so let's just touch on some jury stuff, then we'll move on to KOLZ. LL, take the lead, mate. What we've been building, what can the community be excited for jurors this week?
Well, with jurors, we're still in the building phase, so building is going on. We have deployed the dashboard. You can check it out at dashboard.jurisprotocol.com. What you can do is connect your wallet if you have, if you are eligible to the old airdrops, like the locked airdrops that we gave to supporters, validators of jurors, delegators of jurors validator. Then you guys can connect using Hexagon Station, Hexagon Wallet, which are partners, or you can connect with Kepler Wallet currently, and we're looking forward to add more wallets in future. Yeah, and as I said, we're busy fixing some issues on mobile. Other than that, I think David has been busy. I'm sneaking into Figma sometimes, so I've seen him working on the sub pages. I think he's awaiting some feedback from us. Frank has been a little bit sick this week, I think. So I have to, like, we had some chats and stuff, but I'm not sure how much he managed to get done. So we're going to have a talk, I think Monday or Tuesday is usually the day that we talk. I think Kay is waiting for me to have another meeting to catch up. And other than that, I've been still working on the docs. I didn't publish everything because I want to have them sorted out and be perfect with all the info for the upcoming project. And some basic info about the protocol, like not giving away all of the info, but some rough info so that people can look forward to something. And I'm still talking with some people about some details, like tokenomics and some incentives, like details about the protocol and tokenomics and incentives for the holders and community, like how to balance things out. So I'm just a little bit quiet, working in the background, and then we are going to put everything forward. That's how I want to do it. So everything going just fine, I guess. Unfortunately, during building phase, there's just not much to tease and show every day. I've showed to some select few individuals in the community. They've seen what we have been building, like the work of David. And I think if he's fine, if he agrees with it after releasing the documents, the documentation and stuff, I think we can start teasing some of the UI as well.
Thanks, LL. Yeah, as an investor, you're always like expecting developments. Like investors in any coin, you just want to see the team delivering stuff and the price going up. They don't understand how long the time it takes to get things done, work with developers, front-end developers, coders, auditors. Yeah, working or building juries or working with LL and Frag, I can see how difficult it is. And also speaking to like other projects, KOLs, you know, Claire, Rosie, people just expect things the next day. But when you see these people working with the influencers, the communication plan, the marketing, there's a lot that goes on in the background that investors or community members don't see. They just want to see the price go up. Cool. Anything you guys want to add, LL, Rexy, before we move on to KOLZ?
Yeah, you did ask me about the proposal that's coming out from Pink Unicorn, and I didn't get around to answering that. So, yeah, so over the last few months, there's been, well, probably even years, you might say, but certainly over the last few months, there's been lots of discussions in various groups about how to progress the chain in terms of helping it communicate with outside entities such as CMC, Binance, KuCoin, and various other entities. And one of the suggestions for that was to come up with kind of committees and groups that was voted in. And I don't think that was kind of seen as kind of workable by many people. So there's been lots of discussions going on amongst community members. I nearly said it in the background, and that makes it sound like it's all shady. I don't think there's nothing shady that's been going on at all. It's just people talk to people where those people are, and they happen to tend to be in Telegram groups and things like this. So if you're in them groups, then, you know, them discussions are happening with you. So Pink Unicorn and many people, I guess, you know, key opinion leaders on the chain have kind of got together and discussed various kind of compromises to how we might create some kind of workable quasi-organization. I'm trying very hard here not to use words that will flag up, like structure and control and things like this. But so, you know, a way for people to work together and have the endorsement of validators. So therefore, it could be that you've got a group of people that want to help with marketing. You might have a group of people that want to concentrate on development and so on. And for them people to be able to, let's say as marketers, for them people to maybe want to liaise with Binance on behalf of the chain or various other sexes or CMC, CoinGecko, what it may be, often these third-party organizations want some kind of assurance that these people are talking on behalf of the chain, and currently you can't get that. Okay, unless you're very fortunate you've built up some kind of rapport with these people over the years. So by having these DAOs, if you like, these small kind of groups, and if they are voted in by validators to represent the chain loosely, then that may enable a group of people to be kind of endorsed and be semi-official, if you like. However, that doesn't mean that these people would have free reign and they'd be able to control and, you know, basically set the law down. You know, anything that they do would effectively need approving by validators. So it's just, I guess, by endorsing people, by the validators voting these people in, it kind of gives an endorsement to them from the point of view that then it enables them to be more effective at volunteering, or if they want paying, you know, to do kind of paid work on behalf of the chain. So we'll have to see where that goes. But it's great to see, you know, lots of people with different ideas kind of working together and compromising. And, you know, I think the proposal that's come up, you can sort of see it in all its glory on, you know, Common, or what was previously known as Commonwealth. Yeah, so it's on there, and I guess that's going to come up as a proposal sooner or later. But I'd certainly urge people to go have a look at it and make your voices heard. If you think it's a load of rubbish, put it down and all the reasons why. If you think it's great, do that. If you think it can be improved, that's the best result, isn't it? You know, I think we all want to do the best for the chain, and unless you get the best ideas, you're not going to be able to achieve that.
Awesome, thanks, Rexy. I can see Raider, DJ, Frog, and a few other people listening as well. If you guys come on, we can hopefully chat to you guys later. Okay, so I'll introduce KOLZ then. So KOLZ is an influencer marketing company with AI-powered replica. I was reached out through Rosie, is it last year? I think it was November, December time. I looked into it, saw bigger supporters, like especially Mario. And yeah, we work together. You can check, I've pinned tweeted what they're building. So you can, you know, speak to Trader Rocko AI, you can communicate with your influencers, and they can use AI to chatbot to reply to you. So I guess that's sort of my intro. I'll let Claire and Rosie get into a lot more detail of how KOLZ came along, sort of the story behind it, and then we can go into a bit more detail. Claire, do you want to take the lead, or Rosie?
Yeah, I'm happy to start. Thanks. I also like your intro. It's really fun to hear kind of other people's perspective of what we do. But yeah, for KOLZ, like you said, we're creating digital replicas of Web3 key opinion leaders. So these digital replicas are really for our KOLs to be able to expand their reach and monetize their knowledge. And then for users, it's for them to be able to personally learn from the best in the crypto space. So I think our KOLs are really powerful, personalized people that carry a lot of knowledge with them. So these are kind of like really successful individuals in the space that I think everyone could learn from. Their knowledge could be good for beginners trying to get into the space who want to learn how to trade, maybe what cryptocurrencies are popular, your different trading expertise, or it could be kind of like experts already into crypto that want to level up their game to kind of see what everyone else is into. It could also be for someone who is looking to become a KOL themselves and then kind of learn about your strategies, how you got to where you are, how to grow their social following. So essentially we just kind of hold like the history, the expertise, and the answers to everyone's questions on how to get to where these individuals are today.
Awesome. Thanks, Claire. And you're on Base, right? So you're building on Base at the moment.
Yeah, primarily on Base with a little bit on ETH.
Cool. Yeah, guys, if you want to check it out, you can go follow KOLZ and Claire. So what are some of the key things that you're looking to build in the next few months, 2 weeks? I know it takes time to build from personal experience on Juris. What are some of the key things that your community can look forward to?
Yeah, we actually just released our roadmap. If anyone wants to take a look at it, you can check out our Twitter page. It's pinned to the top. We have a lot of really exciting things in the works right now. The team has been working so hard behind the scenes to kind of expand the token utility, the platform capabilities, new partnerships. I'll kind of go over a few of the things I'm excited about. We have our Telegram mini app that's coming this week. Actually, we're going to announce it. So you will be able to chat with our KOLs in real time within the Telegram app. Through there, we'll have different kind of like rewards and quests that people can gain value from. We'll be doing like KOLZ rewards, other token rewards that they can get by completing quests within the platforms, and then also earning points by talking to the KOLs. Our Telegram trading bot is also going to be going live in the next couple of weeks. So that's enabling users to trade KOLZ directly within Telegram, as well as some other tokens too. So we will be enabling that in our community group, and then you can also use it personally. Another one for Q1 is the AI-powered KOL replica bots for Telegram and Discord. So this is essentially creating brand ambassadors of our KOLs. Our KOLs can act as like 24/7, always on moderators that can be programmed into different projects groups. So if a project is looking for like a new moderator, then we can program our replicas to have all of the FAQs, token knowledge, information on the project, so that when users ask questions, our KOLs will reply, but it will be with the KOL's personality. And then users can also kind of message the KOLs and ask like what tokens they're into. So the project can also kind of be like promoting their token through the KOL's personality as well. Another one for Q1 is integrating our payments on our website. So within the next couple of weeks, you'll be able to pay directly on the KOLZ website in KOLZ or ETH. And if you pay in KOLZ, then you'll be able to get 50% off. So that's a big utility for our token right now. We're charging 1 ETH for these replica bots, so being able to save 0.5 ETH is pretty great.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm excited to use as well. So just to give my understanding of it, Claire can correct me, is that, influencers, especially the bigger influencers, I guess I'm still a small one, you work with so many projects. So let's say, Mando or Mario, the people that they promote a lot of projects. So Claire, the KOLZ could create a AI bot where Mario's bot will be the admin of a Telegram chat. So he could be promoting a project, or I could be promoting a Juris chat. We could actually do that, Claire, where you could implement Trader Rocko AI on a Juris Telegram chat where people can ask questions, and then Juris or me, Trader Rocko AI, would reply to it automatically. I think that could be quite an exciting use case in the future, where influencers use that to help them manage a lot of the projects that they're involved in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I think like if you're kind of an ambassador for any project, it's really powerful for you to kind of be like always on within that project and really be like the voice behind the project and representing the brand. So yeah, and then we can also kind of involve it at some point with a trading bot. So within that project, it can say like trader Rocko just bought more like Luna Classic or something like that. And then people will also be able to kind of mimic your trades following them.
Cool, sounds good. I've got a couple more questions, but LL, Rexy, have you guys got any questions you want to ask?
I think it sounds amazing, doesn't it? It's I'd love to kind of see it in action. And I suppose the $1 million question is are you the real trader, Rocko, or are you an AI equivalent?
That's if they can build it really well, then yeah, in the future, who would know? Are you guys working on voice in the future as well, Claire, or is it just like chatbot for now?
Yeah, we're working on voice and video. So we are partnered with 11 Labs and HeyGen. If you've seen HeyGen before, they're a really great integration where it looks like you're actually talking and you just upload a picture of yourself. And then you also do like voice recording so that it gets your voice and picture in real time.
Okay, yeah. When would that be available? I'd be interested to see that. Maybe Rex, you can see if it's Trader Rocko or AI.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys.
You just want to dock with a 6-pack, don't you?
We are powered by Sensei, if anyone is familiar with them. Their Twitter is Ask Sensei. And so we are using their advanced AI technology to create our digital replicas, and they currently have the HeyGen integration. Their co-founder and CEO, Dan Thompson, his replica is incredible. It's so accurate, and his HeyGen integration, it looks like he's talking. So whenever we talk to him on Telegram, we're always like, is this you or is this your replica? Because it's just so accurate. So if you guys are looking for example, definitely check out Sensei.
How do you spell HeyGen? I'll just tweet. I've not looked at it myself.
Is HEYGEN.
Cool. No, I'll check it out. One other question I had was on Twitter reply bot. So one of the reasons why I was so interested in, I guess I was looking for any AI projects because everything was just blowing up, and I think KOLZ went up a lot as well when the AI hype cycle was going on, and with AI dipping, KOLZ has dipped lately. But one of the things I was most excited about was like on Twitter, if it could do similar stuff. So rather than having to go to a web page or a Telegram bot, if Trader Rocko AI bot could do it, or KOLZ could just reply to on Twitter as well, I think that would be great exposure. Have you got plans to incorporate that?
Yes, that's at our roadmap for Q2. It's kind of an overall social integration. So it's a 2-part. It will be your replica learning live from your tweets. So instead of you kind of manually training your replica with information, it will be your replica learning in real time whenever you post something on your profile, whether it's like a new trade you're into or just a thought. So people will be able to kind of mimic your trades if they want to, or anything you're currently working on. And then you will also be able to set parameters to your replica to be able to reply on your behalf. So whenever you're not online, your replica will kind of always be active and act as a reply guide, but based on the rules you set it for it.
Rexy?
So just for us mere mortals then, could you give a little bit more of an idea of how this actually works in practice? So is it a case that you have your own kind of Twitter account, and this is something that kind of attaches to that account and talks on your behalf? Or is it something a little bit different?
Yeah, it would be like that. So I would relate it to like a website chatbot. Like if you're on a different website and they've integrated some sort of chatbot there where you can chat live with the replica, and it has the personality behind the chatbot. So Sensei is also building this technology for us. They have kind of different platforms right now that they're working on integrations for, but it will be within Twitter, and then kind of through the Sensei technology will be programmed.
That's fantastic. So is there any potential risks there, knowing what Twitter or X, depending on what you will call it, is like? I've come across situations just recently where accounts have kind of been blocked or frozen by Twitter for, for basically nothing. And it takes, quite a while to get them kind of released. Will this potentially cause problems with that?
Yeah, it is something we're looking into right now. We know like Twitter is definitely more finicky than some of the other platforms. So we will probably launch it live on other ones and kind of test those out and see what's working, what's not. But I think we will do lots of different test rounds within the Twitter platform. And then once we're confident in it, it won't mess up anyone's profiles, then we will launch it live.
Yeah, because I guess a bit of the problem may be is that if you've got somebody that wants to cause problems, I guess they could prompt the AI to address a particular topic that maybe as a human you'd think, hang on, I'm going to keep away from that.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Like right now, if you ask our replicas something that might be a little bit more controversial, they might say, like, I'm not comfortable answering that. So it is all about the parameters you set for it, but it kind of steers away from anything risky, I'd say, and like anything more controversial, it would probably just wouldn't reply, or I would say, like, I'm not going to speak on that subject.
Cool. There's a lot to think about, isn't there?
Oh, for sure. I think like the possibilities are endless. A little bit freaky, I think, to think about of how active you can be everywhere and wondering whether it's you or your AI agent, but very, very cool.
I'll ask a question about Thailand Rexy to Trader Rocko AI, see what it replies. Okay, Cookie, you had a question. Go ahead, mate.
All right, thank you. Yeah, my question to KOLZ team is, what is the vision and long-term strategy of the KOLZ AI token in terms of ecosystem and development and the token utility?
Yep.
Hope you got me.
Yep. Thanks for the question. As far as the vision goes, kind of overall, we're just making Web3 knowledge more accessible and rewarding for everyone. So being able to reward our users with the knowledge, different kind of quests and stuff, and then our KOLs being rewarded through kind of different initiatives that we're integrating right now. So for the token utility, right now we have our 50% off that I mentioned earlier. If you want to license out our Telegram or Discord moderators, we have lots of different community rewards. We just wrapped up a $10,000 quest on Zeely. We have referral bonuses where you can earn KOLZ for bringing in new projects or users, lots of different staking opportunities. And then, like I mentioned earlier as well, for our roadmap, we have a ton of stuff coming up that's really exciting that will expand the utility. A couple of my favorites are the agent liquidity pools. So we will be bootstrapping tokens for our KOLs, which users will only be able to buy these tokens using the KOLZ token, which obviously has huge benefits to our token, the project, and then the KOL's personal brand. If you hold the KOLZ token, you will also receive airdrops of all of these new tokens. And then the other one is KOL replica NFTs. So users will be able to buy NFTs of our different replicas. And if they purchase these with the KOLZ token, they will also receive a discount. And then that will unlock more kind of exclusive premium access to our platform. We're also looking at kind of like token gated Q&A sessions. That's on the roadmap for Q3, I believe. And that's being able to get exclusive insights from our top KOLs, and it will only be accessible by holding the KOLZ token. So kind of in summary, KOLZ will give you unlimited access to our platform, discounts, rewards, and then exclusive insights in the future.
Thanks. Hopefully that answers your question. Rosie, you've been quiet. Do you want to add anything to this conversation?
Actually, I think Claire like really covered everything, but I don't know. I was thinking like, what can I add here? And I'm coming up with a lot of ideas that actually these replicas can do. And the whole thing is that there is this narrative in the market that you want to, there are things that AI replicas, AI agents are going to replace KOLs and they're going to be the KOLs, but I don't believe in that. And our whole team believes that like AI is going to just help the current KOLs to just share their knowledge better and engage with their audience better. And that's what we're trying to do, basically.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Rexy?
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? I think we could talk all night about this. Something that we do within Terra Casino from a marketing strategy is, rather than waiting for people to come to Terra Casino or the Twitter, it's just easier calling it Twitter, isn't it? We go out and find them. So, for instance, the approach is that if you've got an account and you're tweeting and people maybe haven't come across it or aren't too kind of interested, then they might not engage. But if you actually engage with people on their own turf, on the subjects that they're interested in, then they're more likely to engage with you. And once you've engaged with people, then they're more likely to listen to your point of view and the things, I guess, that you're selling. So from this perspective, is there a possibility that this AI bot, if you like, can be some way be kind of programmed to go out there and find other conversations? So to give you a worked example of this, when the F1's on, and an F1 weekend with people paid within the casino, that it's their job for the whole weekend to go out and find all the different teams that are going to be racing, to follow them through the kind of practices and also the qualifying and all the different kind of I guess team kind of support teams and things like this, so that we respond to their tweets and show that the casino's interested in these drives and also the teams, and that's how we get a response. And what we found is that on F1 weekend, if we have somebody that's just doing that, that can affect the takings massively.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely want to do that. Right now, we are kind of like pushing our social media manager to be more of a reply guy and really look for content that he can engage with. I think it really pushes the project forward, makes it more personal, shows we're supporting others. But yeah, with the Twitter integration, that would definitely be something we hope to be able to do. I think like right now you can take a tweet and ask one of our KOLs something like, what would you comment on this tweet? It will give you an answer. It will just be possible to connect that to Twitter will be the tough part, but I think definitely something we want to do. So we will work with the Sensei team on that.
Yeah, and I think many of the token creators in Terra Classic for sure, and I guess other chains, when they're trying to get conversations out there and to get kind of eyes on their project, I know I've spoken to many of them in terms of this, kind of giving them a bit of advice. You know, this is a strategy that I think they would like to adopt, and you know, to have an AI bot out there that's, you know, farming engagement for them all the time, I think they would look at it very positively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Have you seen the reply guy that you can use on Twitter?
I've not personally, no.
Yeah, I've been looking into that a little bit. So they have obviously figured it out. So I'm feeling confident that the Sensei team will be able to as well.
That's a good potential utility. I don't know if KOLZ is building that, but that's a really good utility for AI to be used for. Where someone wants to do marketing, they come to you, and you create like the AI could create like a targeted audience, and it could reply automatically. Like I've tried that as well, like get reply guys to reply to bigger accounts with something interesting, but usually if they're not crypto savvy, like I had someone from Fiverr in India and his replies didn't make much sense, so I stopped paying him. But if a chatbot can do that with accurate, funny, witty replies, that's a great way to grow your account, whether it's for a casino, whether it's for a project, meme coin, or influencers. Yeah, that's something. I mean, Claire, if you know someone that can help us with it, let us know. We can maybe talk offline as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think like our whole goal at KOLZ is being able to just expand our KOL's reach as much as possible. So I think saving them time and being able to get their voice everywhere is exactly what we're trying to do.
Awesome. Well, I think that's pretty much it from me. Any final things you want to add, Claire and Rosie?
I would say, like, if anyone's listening and you want to try out our platform, We would love it, whether you're kind of a crypto expert or you're looking to get into this space, chat with a few of our replicas and give it a try. And if you have any feedback, then we would love to hear it. If you have anything that you think we should be working on, we're really open to ideas right now. We have a great team that's working behind the scenes, really pushing the project forward, but we really want to involve our KOLs and our community. So like we were just talking about with the reply guide, if there's anything you guys really want to see on our platform or anything that you think you could use, then let us know and we'll work on it and make it our priority. And if anyone's interested in joining us as a KOL, please send us a message on Twitter @KOLZ, or feel free to reach out to Rosie and I personally. You can see our Twitter accounts here, and yeah, we would just love to get in contact with you.
Thank you. Rosie, any final thoughts?
I would say that actually these replicas are just embodying the personality of our favorite KOLs, and this is just whatever we have right now is just the phase one. And basically once we have we're training and we're updating these replicas every week. We're doing interviews and updating the replicas like that, and our KOLs can also update and feed the replicas with new information. And basically the goal is to have these replicas to perfectly embody the personality and character of biggest KOLs in the space. And we can do a lot of things with the tech, and we would be happy if the audience can also help us with ideas and support us with ideas. So yeah, basically just go to our Telegram community, and we have a very active community, and they always the moderators always reply to you. And if you want to ask something or just suggest something, just drop a message there.
No, thank you guys for coming on. And I can vouch for that, guys. Like when we first did it, like my first tweet on KOLZ, if you asked it about USTC, Trader Rocko AI wouldn't know how to reply. But as we did more interviews, questions.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, it looked through my Twitter, and then it can reply more about Juris now, USTC now. And yeah, the team's been working on it. Hopefully when the market turns around, the price goes up. But yeah, do your own research, follow KOLZ, Claire, Rosie, and guys, if you have any other bigger updates, do come back on again. I'll give you guys maybe another 5 minutes if you guys still want to retweet the giveaway tweet and follow KOLZ. And then Claire, if I can ask you to pick someone from the listeners for the giveaway, and then they can maybe DM you after.
Yep, that sounds good.
Awesome. Well, I guess putting you on the spot now. So what was your thoughts when you heard about Luna Classic? Because I feel like when I speak to other investors or other ecosystem people, Ethereum, even Cosmos, when they hear about Luna Classic, they think it's like a completely different world. You know, appreciate you showing interest in Luna Classic, because I think you tagged the wrong account, because Luna Classic surprisingly doesn't have its own website, and we talk about that a lot because it's decentralized. We struggle to come to consensus and how to fund it, who owns who's going to actually run the website. We have a lot of these issues. But yeah, just like your thoughts on like an outsider listening into Luna Classic. What have you thought about the spaces? Any thoughts you want to share, or you want to maybe talk about it later?
Yeah, I can go, and then Rosie, if you also want to go after. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't know much about it before we spoke. I was definitely surprised that you didn't have a Twitter account for Luna Classic, but I think it seems like a really strong community. Good group. Seems like there's a lot of potential with it, utility. And then I know we talked before about how we could kind of benefit Luna Classic and how we could work together. So I thought about it, and my thoughts were kind of that knowledge is power. So if you want to train your replica a little bit more on the information around the project, around the token, and then like I showed last week when I was talking to your replica, I said, what are the top projects you're into? Tell me about Luna Classic. And it does provide information, but I think there's always more information that we can provide. So I think the more information we can give people, kind of the more comfortable they are to support it. And then if your replica is trained further, we can always license it out, like we talked before, to different Telegram or Discord groups. And then that kind of moderator is able to also help promote the project and give more information on it. Rosie, did you have any thoughts?
Not thoughts, but I just want to share what when I the last time was when I heard about Luna Classic. It was like more than a year ago. So I am not like up to date with the current state, like what's happening now. So yeah, so you're actually my source of the news for Luna Classic.
No, appreciate your honesty, guys. But yeah, maybe buy some Jurist token when you get a chance. Pump our bags. Okay, Rexy, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting question that you posed there. So I guess if I could just elaborate on that. So as a project that's external to Terra Classic, who's kind of wanting to engage with people in Terra Classic, how do you think, bearing in mind that we are a decentralized community and there is no official websites or official Twitters and things like this, how do you feel that us as a community can organize ourselves while remaining decentralized to make it easy for projects outside Terra Classic to engage with us?
I'm really sorry. Could you please repeat the last part?
Okay, so bear in mind that we want to remain decentralized within Terra Classic, and that's kind of like a unique selling point of ours. But we're also mindful that we want to collaborate with organizations outside of Terra Classic and projects and so on. So therefore mindful that we want to stay decentralized and mindful that there's no single points of contact. How do you think as Terra Classic as a community can somehow organize itself to make it easier for people reaching inwards to us?
That is really hard question, because me and Claire, I mean, I'm in crypto for 4 years, and I guess Claire more, and I always like worked with doxed teams, but honestly, I think for decentralized communities, like the partnerships and communities, obviously it's much easier when they're like you know the person and you know the face of the person behind the project, and you just reach out to them on X or on other places. For decentralized communities, I guess it's kind of complicated in some way, but I believe there are a lot of successful decentralized communities in the space that they are in fact doing these partnerships and collaborations, and I think the right thing to do is just following what they're doing and just analyzing their strategy.
I've seen some decentralized communities as well, where the community takes it upon themselves as a group to create a Twitter account, but they make it obvious that it's just a community Twitter account, and then they're just kind of spreading the news if there's anything relevant to that community. Sometimes they put a little bit of funding in themselves so that they can kind of pump the token amongst maybe the top few holders. But yeah, I have seen that, and I have seen it be successful before, as long as it's obvious that it's a group of community members.
To be fair, you've answered it really well, and I can see DJ like putting his hands up, because Pink Unicorn and DJ are trying to put like a governance in place with some doxed, semi-doxed. I don't know if DJ wants to come up and talk in a bit more detail, but yeah, that's the exact issue that we have. When you see other people, other projects dox people, it's a lot easier to just message on Twitter, send me emails, have a Google Meets chat. It's a lot easier to get things done. When it's a decentralized, there's always a barrier of bringing developers, partnerships. It's like an added layer of difficulty.
Yeah, and I appreciate it was a very difficult question to answer. But yeah, I think what you've come up with as potential kind of strategies are probably solutions that we will probably end up adopting. We kind of do it to some extent now. There's certain kind of groups and validators that I guess tend to lead their kind of followers and their part of the community in terms of connecting with outsiders, which hence I guess is how you've ended up in here tonight.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. You're welcome to stay along. We usually hang on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But do you want to pick your winner, Claire?
Yeah, I think I'll pick someone that's currently listening right now. Maybe Kenneth Patterson Jr., if you're here. I can see he's listening right now, so I'll shoot him a DM afterwards. But yeah, he can have the $100 in KOLZ. Thanks.
I think Kenneth is one of our keenest regulars, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good. That's exactly what we wanted to know.
And I didn't tell Claire to pick him.
He did not. We promise.
Awesome. Kenneth, good luck, mate. And yeah, thank you again, Claire. You haven't shilled the price as much. Maybe I'll do a bit of price shilling. I was always a bit hesitant of bringing projects on because I've done it before and just come in and talk about the price. You've not mentioned price once. But if you are interested in buying KOLZ, guys, go. You can buy it on Mexi. Maybe I'll drop the Mexi link. Do your own research. Check out the KOLZ Twitter account. Check out the AI bots. I've commented. I've tagged some ones above. You can see how Trader Rocko AI works. And yeah, if you're interested, have any more questions, let Claire, KOLZ, or myself know. We'll try to answer them. And yeah, hopefully it works well. I'm glad that you guys are still working. I've partnered up with projects that I've shilled or I've bought myself and it just nothing happened. They stopped building. So it's glad to see yourself, Rosie, and obviously the team carrying on building. So thank you for coming in. Hang around if you want to, if people have more questions. And if you have any future updates, we have these spaces. We don't have to do like a special guest AMA, but we can just come on, give us an update or listen to what we're up to. But thank you again, Claire and Rosie, for coming on.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for having us. It's been great chatting with everyone. We really appreciate your support, and we're so happy to have you as one of our founding KOLs.
Awesome. Cheers, guys. Yeah, go follow them if you want to find out more. DJ, you've joined in. Is it the docs chat what got you in?
You invited me up. That's what got me in.
I thought you'd want to touch on that because you were advocate of it.
You know what? I'm kind of hesitant to talk on that because it's a very heated subject, and I don't think that these young ladies need to be subjected to kind of what we go through sometimes with that. I do want to say, Claire and Rosie, it is a pleasure meeting you, and it was nice to hear all about your project today. Rocko, yeah, thanks for inviting me up. And Rexy, that was an excellent question. But I do want to clarify something because there seems to be a misconception about this proposal that is out by Pink Unicorn. I have been advocating for years for some sort of community-led, community-elected group that could kind of help to facilitate things like conversations and contact with other projects. But the proposal that is out right now is Pink Unicorn and some other people. I'm not even sure, but I have absolutely nothing to do with it. So, when that proposal is spoken about, my name is often dropped, but I had nothing to do with it at all. Matter of fact, there are pieces of it that I kind of really don't like. But the answers were awesome too. I appreciate that. I think that it's a great idea to study maybe what some other decentralized chains are doing in the way of some sort of official representation, communication with other projects. And it also just really served to highlight what a lot of us have been saying for an awful long time. If we want to make these partnerships and we want to, be the big dogs and get out there and talk to the big people, we need someone out front, someone, that the community selects or elects or whatever out front to actually have these conversations and that can actually officially represent us. Without that, it's confusion not only for us, but it's confusion for some of these other organizations, projects that would like to come and know more about us and maybe even work with us. So I hope that everybody listens to that, hears that, talks about that some more, because it's something that we need to stop talking about actually and just kind of put into place.
Thanks, DJ. David, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, how are you? I'm okay. I hope all of you are fine. I just wanted to say that please go check Phoenix Directive, or how it's now called, Phoenix Foundation. So Luna 2, since July 2024, they published whole article what they managed to do because of their directive, sorry, and now what they have, which is Phoenix Foundation. So this is prime example of our twin sister blockchain that incorporated this. So we don't need to look far for examples, and we know all of this, and they managed to do quite a lot since July 2024 when it was launched. So I just wanted to mention it. So if anybody wants to look for it, it's easily able. Everybody's easily able to find it. So a part of this, I'm looking forward to listen to the rest of the discussion.
Thank you, David. DJ, whilst you're here, you've been quite bullish on Twitter on Juris. I've loved seeing your tweets, your videos on Juris. Could you share some of your bullishness on these spaces?
I mean, I don't know that I have anything new to talk about. It's pretty much a lot of the things that I've been tweeting, and like you say, putting out little videos, short videos or whatever about Juris. I'm just super impressed with the development and the way that things are going. I'm crazy bullish on the team. When I sit back and I listen to LL and our co-dev specifically, and even I had the honor of sitting in on a message with David, and it was, I believe, the first time he actually met our co-dev, and listen to these guys kind of brainstorm and the way that they put it together and the way that they figure it out. Not only that, but listening to their ideas about where this thing can go and what else they can do with it, things that maybe we haven't even talked about yet. It seems like the sky is the limit. Everything is on track to be done within the time frame that was kind of spoken of. And I was really bullish when the question was asked to our co-dev about certain things. LL's here, right? Yeah, he's here. He had asked, can we do this? Can we do that? What, how does this work? How does that work? And our co-dev is so cool, man. He's just like, yeah, we can do whatever you want to do. If it doesn't exist, then we'll just make it. The positivity that comes out of them. There's no hesitation. There's nothing that happens or that is said that it's like, I don't know how the hell we're going to do that. I mean, they're just, yeah, okay, we'll do it. We'll get it done. I think that Juris Protocol is going to be way more than anybody has ever expressed that it's going to be. And as bullish as you guys say I am when I talk about it, and maybe you can hear the enthusiasm in my voice, I don't think I even do it justice, what it's actually going to be. So, maybe people are a little sick of hearing about it, and we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. But I'm looking forward to being vindicated with all this bullishness that I have. Has LL talked about Juris yet today? I mean, we all know how very excited he is.
Is that German in it? LL, can you do your best bullish impression in your German accent?
Didn't I sound bullish enough today?
I think it's Germans. I feel like Germans, or maybe German speaking in English. I find whenever people listen to you, they think, "Oh, is LL actually bullish on Juris?" Because he seemed a bit down, but maybe it's because it's his second language.
I'd be perfectly happy to hear him talk about Juris in German, if that's what he needs to do to like get all kind of excitement about it.
Oh,
I don't know if
I'm not sure if you wish to. I was on a couple of meetings with him and Frag, and when they had problem, saying something in English, I had to wait like 15 minutes since they finished their German discussion, which I did not understood any single word. So I was just sitting and listening to those strange words. So it's not always so funny.
Maybe I need to ask someone who speaks German, because it was last year when it was Rakov, I guess. We were talking to Frag and LL, and no, the year before, not even last year, right? I think it was the year before. And yeah, when they'd speak German, I'd just switch off. I wouldn't have a clue what they're saying, and they sounded angry at sometimes, like they're arguing. But that's just how it sounded to me.
Yeah, that's how they are.
That's the point.
In all seriousness, I tease. Everybody knows how much I tease LL about his monotone kind of conversations. When he talks about Juris or really anything else. But I understand it. Okay, and to be absolutely serious, it actually, if you look at it from the right perspective, he is so into making sure that this thing is everything that he's promised that it's going to be. He's so worried about everyone who has invested in it that he's actually going to do for them what it is he wants to do. What he's so worried that Juris is going to perform for LUNC and bring about all the things that we've said it was going to bring about for LUNC. It's such an unbelievable weight on his shoulders, and anybody who's really sat back and had a serious conversation with him, you can feel it. You can feel it even, over my phone. I don't even have to be looking at him. I can tell that there's a lot of weight on his shoulders. And to me, that actually gives me even more confidence because I know that this guy is going to do everything that he possibly can to deliver on what he has started here. And if that means that we've got to wait until it's done and it's successful and it looks good to actually get a hip hip hooray out of him, I'm fine with that.
Cool. LL, you want to reply to that?
Yeah, maybe there is some truth in it. I don't know. Maybe I was a little bit more relaxed and bullish and funny when we started out. Now it's pretty serious and stuff. So, and I try my best to be like, I am positive, but I try my best to like also portray it in the spaces. Yeah, but it's hard for me to be overly bullish and like chill the crap out of it while we're building because there is so much still happening. I think DJ probably would agree that like I remember last year, I think in May or June, I just met my current girlfriend and I always visited her. And I think we had this one meeting where we had this conversation with the co-dev, with DJ's friend. And he said, yeah, it's going to be possible and he's going to help us. I was actually at the train station, so I was waiting for the train. And I think because of the meeting, I just waited there for an hour and let like 2 trains pass by. And I think compared to back then, we came pretty far. So I think back then, I personally would have doubted if we managed to collect the funding and like get the smart contracts written and the front end. And right now it seems all pretty good. Like everything is coming together. There are like no major delays or anything. I don't want to jinx it, but right now there is like everything is okay. But I also don't want to like overly, chill and then at the end something goes wrong. And then there's so much hype. So I prefer to hype it up when it's 100% sure that it's like close to release and everything is in testnet, everything is working. We have the front end going and we can test it and play with it and show confidently to people what we've built. Then I might be more bullish and like sound different again. I don't know, just a guess. You might be right, DJ.
It'd be interesting to see what you're like in real life. We've not met yet, so it'd be good when meet you and Frag, what you guys are in real life. I'd be able to better judge your vibe. Maybe I'll just do a quick round, like summary of what Juris is. I know there's a few KOLZ people here, Claire and Rosie, and maybe some of their listeners. So we're building a lending protocol. So similar to what Anchor was, you could, deposit, borrow against it. If you want to short it, you can deposit funds to get some rewards of people borrowing against it. So that's basically what it is. But that's very high level. There's lots of other things that we are planning to do with it. This will give Luna Classic and USTC a use case, hopefully bring more on chain with the burn tax. We'll burn more Luna Classic and USTC. But yeah, I thought I'd just give a very quick summary of what it is for some of the listeners, because I think it can be quite confusing when you just tune into a space and you just come in midway to a conversation. We've got Raider here. He's from Hexagon, one of our partners for Juris. Raider, how you doing, mate?
Hey, is this the deep fake Rocko or the real Rocko?
If it is the fake one, then Claire and KOLZ team have done really well.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's been a weird period, hasn't it? We've had what, three weeks of sideways markets now. You know, ups, downs, but we're not really making any headway. Just when the markets think that they're going to go up, they go down. Just when we think everything's going to crash, they go up again. So it's kind of a weird period to try and get our bearings. So I don't know. All I can say is I'm still uber bullish on Juris. All I've ever done on Juris is buy. I've not sold a single Juris token. And there were some really good opportunities to buy recently, right? If people weren't buying Juris in the last week, well, when would they buy Juris, eh? So yeah. We've got some stuff cooking away on Hexagon. I can't really say much about it right now. We'll release some announcements when we're ready, but there's some new functionality coming down the line, which will be available through Galaxy Station for the Terra Classic community and the Cosmos community as a whole. Yeah, you know, it's one of these kind of slow periods where we're just trying to get our bearings, I think.
Yeah, I mean, some people say the summer months are quiet, but January, February, you usually get more. If you look at previous months, historically, Bitcoin is more active in these months. So, yeah, very, very strange market, especially with stock market, gold hitting new highs and Bitcoin struggling and altcoins really struggling.
Yeah, well, I'm probably one of the few people here that actually do hold gold. I do actually own gold and silver, physical gold and silver. So yeah, I mean, you know, there are parts of my portfolio that are doing quite nicely as a result of that. But the crypto side, it's
do you hold it physically or just you buy ETFs?
I have some. Yeah, I mean, you have to be a bit careful what you say here, right? But I'm working on the basis that nobody knows where I am, so they're not going to come and kidnap me or anything, right? But yeah, I have some physical gold, you know, like in my immediate possession, and I have some in vaults, in non-banking system vaults. Let's put it that way.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I said at the start of the stream that as I'm getting older, I want to diversify as well. I can't like have a 7-figure swing by Luna crash, like be so exposed to anything.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
I need to start doing like ISAs and like even just stable coins like USDT, USDC on Uniswap. I'll still do the DGen plays, Juris, KOLZ. I mean, I'm a DGen at heart, but I do want to start taking some stables in the next 5 years, or let's say next bull market.
I mean, the best thing that anybody can do really is to diversify their investments across different asset classes, different markets. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't rely on any particular system. Don't rely 100% on crypto. Don't rely 100% on TradFi. Don't rely 100% on precious metals. I mean, if you listen to guys like Peter Schiff, for example, you know, I mean, when precious metals are concerned, you know, the guy's spot on. But his take on crypto is about as far wrong as you can possibly get. and he doubles down on being wrong on crypto. It's almost sad, you know. Bitcoin, you know, goes down, you know, $500, and he's all over it, saying, you know, it's the end of Bitcoin. And how many times have we seen on X Peter Schiff writing that the Bitcoin's over? You know, I mean, it's like a broken record. But you know, he can't admit his mistake on crypto, but on precious metals, he's not wrong. You know, you just have to look at all the different markets and I guess take a position in them that works for you at the end of the day. The one thing that I find works well though is because I have my portfolio spread across these different markets. There's always something happening somewhere in my portfolio that gives me cause for hope, right? So when one market's down, another market is up, and so you know it's really hard when you look at your portfolio and everything's down. But when part of it's down and another part of it is compensating, or maybe more than compensating by being up, it's not so hard. So that's the advantage of being diversified across different markets.
Two key things that I like from your what you just said is like knowing what to listen to, because you might be like Peter Schiff. I think he plays up to the crypto stuff as well.
He does. I mean, it's part of his image, right? You know,
yeah, that's who he is now.
He knows full well that if he's down on crypto, he's going to get a load of people responding to him negatively, and of course that helps him from a follower point of view and a views point of view
yeah.
reach. So he's playing to the you know, the social media stats basically.
Yeah. I guess it's same as me, like talking about Luna Classic or USTC. When people listen to me, or if they just follow me, they think, oh, this guy's just talking about USTC to $1. But then when you listen, like when you in a longer format, it's spaces like this or longer format YouTube, you can actually explain what you're doing, how you're building, what are the issues. But no, two key things that you mentioned is like knowing what to listen to, like being a reader as well. Like you need to know, you might not like his opinion on something else, but you could still learn from that person on things that he's specialized in. So, you know, Peter Schiff talks about, and he's a smart guy overall, even though we don't agree with him on crypto. And the second thing is about diversification. Like one of the best things I did was, you know, when Bitcoin hit 20K, I was like, right, I'm going to take some money out. And that's the only time I took money out to invest in property. From crypto, apart from that, I've just been like more X's, more money, adding more zeros. But that was one of the best decisions I had made, diversifying. So yeah, if you make money in memes, take the initial out and diversify as well. Don't always just be DJing.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that Peter Schiff's son, Spencer Schiff, is like 100% crypto, right? he's all in on crypto, so you couldn't get you know, further apart, father and son.
And I wasn't aware of that. I'll have to follow him.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's about it, guys. I think we'll start going around the table. I didn't touch on Javier Milei. Maybe it's for the best. We'll leave that conversation for another time because it wasn't a good story for me aping in. Was it last night and or the night before? I can't remember now. But maybe we'll leave that for another day. But today's spaces again, we had KOLZ. We started off Bitcoin, Luna Classic, crypto. We had guests on DJ, Radar, Rexy. Well, he's like almost a host now. David. But we rounded up that, talked about KOLZ. I will make a cut and then I'll upload it on YouTube as well. The KOLZ section. I still need to do the Terraport that Rexy did last week, and then next week I haven't confirmed a guest yet. It's a project that DJ knows. Maybe we'll have Queen on. I'll check if I can bring someone on, and I've also got plans to bring on someone from HBAR. So I worked with Hedera Starter, so they did some meme coin stuff for HBAR. It's another community that I've got a bit of a following on, and then if anything's happening with Luna Classic as well, so the repeg stuff, the USTC staking, we're bringing on BLV Labs next Tuesday, so that will be a good spaces to see what they're doing with the USTC staking. It'd be good to get some utility to USTC, and other projects building as well. We still do the Thursday spaces, which is focused more on Luna Classic. And then this spaces, although we bring on projects from other ecosystem, part of Luna Classic. A lot of my followers are Luna Classic, so we'll still be touching on Luna Classic. So we'll go around the table, and then maybe we'll give the final thoughts to Claire and where's she gone? Rosie. We'll give them the final thoughts. But hello, any final thoughts for the spaces today?
Well, thanks for hosting, as always. I am still bullish on the markets. In general, I'm looking forward to buy, maybe even some Juris, but I shouldn't say that from the protocol account. So I didn't say that. Maybe I should write it from my personal account. And yeah, I would love to actually have some more Lunc projects here. So maybe we should contact them for the next spaces to see if we can get some more builders and stuff up. And it was nice to see Radar here. Maybe we can have some chats in future.
Cool. Thank you, Elo. Short and sweet. Guys, if you are listening, do like and share. Go follow everyone. Juris, KOLZ, Radar, Rexy, DJ. Go follow everyone. Help us grow our communities. It will help me bring on more guests, share with you more projects as well. Okay, Rexy, you're next, mate. Final thoughts. Anything you want to feedback from the spaces today?
I think it's been really positive, hasn't it? And as always, you're a cracking host. It's just want to thank the ladies for coming and telling us all about KOLZ. I mean, that's super interesting, and I think there could be some opportunities for some collabs on that in the future. I guess just while I'm here, I mean, something that I've not mentioned, but I just want to give a shout out to is the Terraport team in terms of, I think last week in the spaces we said that their cross-chain functionality was going to be released, and that was released this week. So yeah, that's open Terra Classic up to lots and lots of different chains, and that's within the Terraport application. So you can just go there and connect up really easy. It's an easy, well designed UI. So fantastic. Look forward to the spaces next Sunday.
Awesome. We've got one on Tuesday actually with the USTC staking if you're around, and then we'll plan Sunday spaces as well. And Rexy, when I was listening, so I still need to. I've not got the cut of our spaces from last week to put it on YouTube, but we didn't touch on liquid staking as much because I made a Uniswap video and people were saying, "Oh, we've got that on Terraport, right? You could still provide liquidity on Terraport for Juris. You could add liquidity for Juris. That's something Luna Classic projects struggle with, right? So yeah, maybe we should have touched on that a bit more. We can talk about that in the future of adding liquidity to Juris, to other meme coin projects, other Luna Classic projects as well.
Yeah, I know I guess it depends what camp you're in, but I often get comments say that you should talk more about what, the functionality of Terraport and, sing the praises of more kind of projects, more other people say talk less. So you can't please everybody, can you? But yeah, I mean, absolutely. Every pair that's on Terraport, I mean, I personally just want to, thank every team that's actually took the effort to build on Terra Classic. I mean, it's not probably the easiest community to kind of navigate, and I think you certainly need some tenacity. So all those that have stuck it out and the projects are still here, best of luck to them. But they all need more liquidity. And if you add liquidity to them pairs and you farm them, you can get rewards. I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. We just had a communication from Certic actually over this last week, and they've got $45 million to invest in projects, and they've invited us to basically put a claim in, I suppose. So we're currently working out whether to do that and whether it's the right thing for the chain, and that could be an injection of liquidity to make it more accessible for people wanting to get into Terra Classic. And of course, the more that can get in, the more that filters down to other projects as well, whether it's whether it's Garuda or whether it's Cat with that, or whether it's Terra Cookie, FRG, whatever it is your project. If there's more money in the ecosystem, there's more to go around. And just on that point, talking about tokens, as part of the last upgrade for Terraport this week, they also automated the token creation. So how it used to work in the past is that you would launch your token and then effectively you'd have to wait for it to be whitelisted. So that's been automated now. So once you've launched your token, it'll automatically go into Terraport in the degen mode. However, once you reach 5k liquidity, then that's automatically whitelisted to the front. And the reason for that is, generally speaking, in the past, the tokens that have maybe been higher risk, let's say, where there's maybe been scams associated with things like this, those kind of project creators or scammers, if you like, tend not to put any liquidity in, or very small amounts. So by having a parameter that's based on the amount of liquidity, it reduces the risk for those users that are maybe less familiar with Terra Classic. It's, and as always, do your own research and don't invest more than what you're prepared to lose. Diversify, I suppose, is the term of the day.
Thank you, Rexy. Raider, you want to go next?
Yeah, thanks. Well, what can I say? I mean, there's everything to play for on Terra Classic. We've been here for the best part of 3 years trying to recover this chain. The teams that really know what it's at are still here, still building. That's really what it's all about at the end of the day. I'd like to give a shout out to Rexy and Terraport for including integrating Galaxy Station into their front end, so you can now use Galaxy Station directly on Terraport. So thank you for that, Rexy. We really appreciate that. What can I say? Buy Juris. That's my final word.
Love that, Raider. Definitely buy Juris. David, you're here shortly, but anything you want to add, mate? I've always heard good things from LL about your work.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I always say good words about LL as a professional. So I think we are forming a good team in terms of building a L2 on Terra Classic. Yeah. So thank you for space, Rocko. What I wanted to say is that I'm bullish on Juris because of many reasons. Also the fact that I am helping to build it. I'm still bullish on Terra Classic. However, objectively looking at the current cryptocurrency market, I think we are as all traders, we are shooting ourselves in the foot because we diluted the market so much, creating millions of coins on shit coins on Solana, more on Tron, and we'll be doing more on BNB. So this is one of the reasons why we've got the market which we have, and we are complaining right now. I think CZ also shook himself in the foot this week with the broccoli, and he got roasted for this already. A lot of respected people pointed that he was so into utility, and now he made this mistake, and a lot of people lost money on broccoli. And I think Terra Classic is shooting itself in the foot also, and our friends today from KOLZ just proven is that we don't have a website, we don't have a Twitter, and Bitcoin, which is decentralized, has got its unofficial website, so it's doable. And other blockchains like Luna 2 is doing good with their foundation. They are solving problems which we are not able to solve, and they are also decentralized. So yeah, I'm bullish on all of that, but I'm objective, and there's a lot that needs to be done. So I will get back to the work shortly after this call.
Cool, thank you, David. I hope I've not missed anyone. Crypto Bytes and username, we'll probably have to speak to you guys next week. We're just finishing off now. DJ, and then we'll go to KOLZ.
No, I don't really have much left to say anyway. So if you want to go to KOLZ, that'd be cool. Thank you for calling me up. It was a pleasure meeting some new people, and I'm overall bullish.
Thanks, DJ. Right, Claire, thanks for coming on again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. It's been so great chatting with everyone. If anyone wants to learn more about the project and stay up to date, then they can follow us at KOLZ. We have so many exciting integrations and updates we are working on right now. They're really going to push the project and the token to the next level, so get ready for it. I'm feeling really pumped on KOLZ. Now is the time to get in. The tokens are on MEXC and Uniswap, and yeah, really big things are coming, so get ready for it.
Thanks, Claire. And I think you guys have a spaces as well tomorrow. I think I just seen your post. So if you guys want to find out more, tune into their spaces tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's 11 a.m. PST tomorrow, but yeah, we would love to see you guys there.
Awesome. Rosie, final words?
Nothing much to add, but I would say that I'm really happy to have this conversation. And yeah, obviously I see a lot of people are following me and KOLZ, and that's really awesome. And yeah, basically don't miss our tomorrow's AMA, and you'll have another opportunity for the prize as well, and to learn more about our community.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for tuning in. So yeah, next spaces on Tuesday, we'll be doing the USTC staking, and then Sunday again, Crypto Drums AMA will hopefully bring on a project and have another chilled spaces. So thank you very much. Keep working, guys, diversifying, aping, researching good projects, and hopefully we all make it. Good night all.